The story of Samuel and the first kings of Israel. Hannah was very sad because she could not have a baby. She went to the temple and prayed with all her heart. She promised God that if He gave her a son, she would give him back to serve Him. God heard her prayer. God blessed Hannah, and she gave birth to a baby boy. She named him Samuel, which means God has heard. Hannah was filled with joy and gave thanks to the Lord. She remembered her promise to God. When Samuel was old enough, Hannah brought him to the temple. She gave him to the priest Eli to serve the Lord. Hannah was happy that Samuel could live in God's house. She visited him every year and brought him a little robe. Samuel served the Lord faithfully, even as a young boy. He helped Eli the priest with many tasks. Everyone saw that Samuel was a kind and obedient child. God was pleased with him. One night, while Samuel was sleeping, he heard someone call his name. He thought it was Eli and ran to him. But Eli said he didn't call and told him to go back to bed. After this happened 3 times, Eli realized it was the Lord calling Samuel. Eli told Samuel to say, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." Samuel did what Eli said. Then God spoke to Samuel and gave him a message. Samuel listened carefully and obeyed what God told him. As Samuel grew, God continued to speak to him. Everyone in Israel knew that Samuel was a true prophet of the Lord. He spoke God's words with courage and truth. God was always with him. The people of Israel wanted to be like other nations. They asked Samuel to give them a king. Samuel was upset and prayed to God. God said to give them a king, even though it meant they were rejecting him as their true king. God told Samuel to choose a man named Saul to be the first king of Israel. Saul was tall and strong and came from the tribe of Benjamin. Samuel anointed him with oil to show that God had chosen him. Then the Spirit of the Lord came upon Saul. Samuel gathered the people and presented Saul as king. The people cheered and shouted, "Long live the king!" Saul began his rule with strength and success. At first, he listened to God's commands. But later, Saul stopped obeying God. He offered a sacrifice that only a priest was allowed to make. He also did not destroy all the enemies and their things, as God had commanded. Samuel told Saul that God had rejected him as king. God was sorry he had made Saul king because Saul did not follow his instructions. Samuel was sad and cried out to God all night. When he saw Saul again, Samuel said that the Lord had taken the kingdom away from him. Saul begged, but it was too late. God told Samuel to go to Bethlehem to anoint a new king. He was afraid Saul would be angry, but he obeyed. God said the new king would be one of Jesse's sons. Samuel went and prepared a sacrifice to the Lord. Samuel saw Jesse's older sons and thought they looked like kings. But God said, "Man looks at the outside, but God looks at the heart." Then Jesse brought his youngest son, David, who was tending sheep. God told Samuel to anoint David as the next king. Samuel anointed David with oil in front of his family. The Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon David. From that day forward, David was chosen by God. But he did not become king right away.